Oh, hello. I just wanted to give you a video update of my friend Sultan. And for once, I'm happy to report some good news. Now, of course, you know that in terms of refugees around the world due to war, both the externally displaced, such as Sultan, and the internally displaced people who have to move inside their own countries, there were, as of February 24th, 67 million refugees on Earth, Sultan being my friend, but just one of 67 million. And because of the war in Ukraine, there are more and more refugees. In fact, the war in Ukraine has, as of now, put 3 more million externally displaced peoples on the map. But let's focus on the good news for today. So, Sultan was able to, because of your generous donations, go to Nairobi. Nairobi is also in Kenya. And let me just summarize really quickly. Sultan is a refugee at a camp in northern Kenya, in Kakuma, which is about 800 kilometers from Nairobi, which is about in the center south of Kenya. So due to I can't even talk. Due to your generous donations, Sultan was able to not only take the bus to Nairobi, which costs surprisingly a lot of money because if you're a refugee, everything has to be bought at extremely high prices. But he was also able to get some much needed medical help that includes taking care of his liver and kidneys. And for now, he's going to stay in Nairobi for an extended period of time for medical reasons, basically convalescence. And so, in today's video, I just wanted to bring you the good news that Sultan is, for now, living in Nairobi. I have to be a little bit cagey about the exact addresses because technically, as a refugee, he's not supposed to leave the camp for extended periods of time, but because of his liver and kidney damage caused by years of malaria as well as typhoid and other tropical diseases, if he were to go back to the camp, he may die. So the treatments in Nairobi should be working well. I've seen pictures of him. I've talked to him on video. I'm going to put a picture in the blog post. So anyways, this is basically because of you guys. So I really wanted to come and say thank you and that you've really made a difference. All the money that we receive has been transmitted so far. Now, this fundraiser didn't work as well as the other ones, but hey, you know what? Generosity is good and we accept any amount of money. So all the money we've raised so far, I think is something around $400. It's transferred directly to Sultan. I don't keep anything. This is like not something I'm making money from. So basically what we want to do is keep this fundraiser open. So the point of this video was, number one, to tell you the good news that Sultan is in Nairobi, which is much better than being in a camp. Number two, that he's going to stay there for a while to convalesce. And number three, my final goal for this video is to let you know that if you would like to continue to donate, I'm going to keep the fundraiser on GoFundMe open as long as possible. Because here's the one little bit of bad news. The one bit of bad news is that obviously living in Nairobi, things such as food and drink are not provided for by the camp. As meager as the rations were in the camp, they are totally non-existent once Sultan is not in the hospital. So now he's convalescing, so he's not actually in a hospital setting. So he does have to provide himself with food, with, well, water. There is running water, but you cannot drink running water in Nairobi. Medications have to be paid for. There's other things, like logistically, obviously he needs a cell phone in order to be able to communicate. And banking, if you live in Africa, you know this, a lot of banking is done directly on the cell phone. Okay, so this is a lot longer video than I thought it would be, but I just thought I would give you an update on Sultan's condition. And I will include in the video a photo, I think here or here or here or here somewhere, of that Sultan sent me a couple days ago. And the photo is from an event he went to support transgender rights. Now, as you may or may not know, East Africa is a deeply homophobic part of the world and transphobic part of the world. So supporting transgender rights is a really big thing. It's really still very difficult. Unlike in the West, where people are worried that they'll be misgendered and have their pronouns mixed up, which can or cannot be bad, but whatever, I'm not going to get into that. In Kenya, you have to be worried about not only being murdered, but the fact that it's actually illegal to transition. So Sultan is a big supporter of the transgender community, and I think that's a wonderful thing. And obviously, he thinks it's a great thing. That's why he participated in the event. So that's why you see these pink and blue balloons. Anyways, I want to thank you again, and I want to wish you all a very happy day. I'm sitting on the floor in my house because I'm currently doing a little bit of artwork. Okay, love, and keep donating if you can. Literally any amount helps. Oh, that's the last thing. If possible, instead of doing a one-time donation of $25, if you could donate $1 a month, which is a lot cheaper for you, we could actually get more people that way. Considering that $1 is about the cost of a fifth of a cup of coffee at Starbucks in America and a seventh of a cup of coffee in Switzerland, I think it's something most people can afford. Obviously, you don't have to, but just wanted to give you an update. Talk to you later.